Hello, and welcome to this Tim Talk. Ideas worth sharing in moments of crisis. My name is Timothy Ivy, and I work in information technology situation management for a major airline. That means on any given day, I help lead the response to issues that ripple across the globe, grounding flights, disrupting plans, and impacting thousands of people at once. When something breaks, we bring everyone together on a single bridge call. Network engineers, software teams, airport operations, cybersecurity, leaders from across the company. All focus on one mission: restore order. And in those moments, when tension is high, when the clock is ticking, when silence on the line feels heavy, I always see something remarkable. People lean in, voices steady, teams unite. The chaos doesn't always disappear instantly, but peace starts to spread. And for me, as a follower of Christ, I recognize that peace. I see the quiet hand of God at work. Because the world is not only changed by big speeches or big platforms, it is changed by presence, by ordinary people who show up in extraordinary moments with a different kind of calm. We live in a loud world. Everything is about being seen, being heard, being followed, likes, views, influence, reach. And quietly, a lot of people have started to believe a lie. If I don't have a platform, I don't have impact. If I'm not visible, I'm not valuable. But the story of God says something very different. Jesus didn't go to the most famous cities first. He didn't recruit celebrities. He chose fishermen, tax collectors, ordinary workers. He built a kingdom, not on fame, but on faithfulness. And that means this: you don't have to be well known to be deeply used by God. You just have to be present where He's already placed you. God measures movement, not magnitude. On a situation call, there's details I've noticed. When a major incident hits, some people speed up. Their voices rise. Their words get sharp. Panic starts to leak through the line. But then, someone speaks with calm. Someone asks a clear question. Perhaps someone prays silently before they speak. And suddenly, the entire tone of the call begins to shift. The problem isn't gone, but the atmosphere has changed. I've learned this: peace is contagious. In God's kingdom, He doesn't just measure how big the problem was, how famous the solution became. He measures the movement of the heart, the decision to trust Him when everything is shaking, the willingness to bring calm when everyone else brings chaos. Those small, hidden decisions, those are heaven's headlines. The ripple effect. Think of a still lake. You drop one small stone into the water, and the ripples reach farther than your eyes can track. Your presence works the same way. The early church didn't start with stadiums. They started with homes, with tables, with conversations, simple prayers, acts of generosity, costly forgiveness. Those small choices created ripples that eventually reached empires. You may never see how far your ripple goes, but your job is not to complete the ripple. Your job is to drop the stone. Your workplace as a holy ground. For many of us, faith and work feel separated. Church is where we talk about God. Work is where we talk about metrics, deadlines, tickets, service level agreements, and root cause analysis. But what if your bridge call is just as much holy ground as a church altar? What if the way you handle pressure, the way you speak to your team, the way you respond when things break is one of the clearest sermons your coworkers will ever hear? Sometimes the only Bible people around you are reading is your life. So when the system's down and the pressure is up, and you choose to respond with patience, with clarity, with quiet strength, you are declaring something. I believe I'm not alone in this. Christ is with me. And because he is with me, I can bring peace into this problem. A few questions for you. I want to ask you. Number one, where has God placed you that you've been tempted to call just my job when he actually calls it your assignment? Number two, in your moments of pressure, at home, at work, in traffic, on a call, do you bring peace or do you bring more noise? And number three, what is one small act of obedience you could take this week? One stone you could drop that might start a ripple you never expected. Maybe it's starting a call with calmer tone. Maybe it's praying quietly before you speak. Maybe it's reaching out to encourage a coworker who always seems on edge. Those choices don't trend on social media, but they echo in eternity. A new kind of leader. I believe God is raising up a new kind of leader. Not just pastors on stages, but engineers, analysts, operators, parents, caregivers, people who are excellent in what they do and anchored in who they belong to. People who can sit in the middle of a crisis, hear all the alarms, and still carry a deeper calm. Not because they're strong enough, but because they know Christ is with them. So picture this with me. A world where followers of Jesus walk into conference rooms, living room, crisis bridges, and airport control centers with a quiet, unshakable confidence. I am not alone here. The presence of God walks in with me. When we walk into the world with that calm certainty that Christ is with us, bridges calm, systems stabilize, hearts soften, families begin to heal, and hope starts lighting up the sky again. That is power of presence, and that is the heart of this Tim Talk. ideas worth sharing, presence worth carrying. Thank you.